What's up, guys? Welcome back to World Class Roux. This is number 5. This is looking a little different. I know you're seeing some solves on screen. These are some solves I just recorded today. It was an average of 12. I ended up going all the way to an average of 100, and luckily the whole average of 100, the mean of that average of those 100 solves was under 13 seconds, which I'm pretty proud of. I'm back in it, baby. The truth is, though, I did not really learn DFDB very successfully. I know that's when you last saw me. I still stand by that system, though. I think that it's a good system. I think it's the best way to do it, especially at a high level. I can totally do DFDB, especially when it's just an M2 insert and it's not misoriented centers, but that's pretty much it. I think it's mostly just because I didn't make a super clear plan, so looking to fix that this week. Anyways, I have a comp this weekend. I'm really only worried about 2H, like 3x3 two-handed and one-handed. They have 5x5 and 6x6, which I'm doing, but I'm probably not going to make the cutoff, and I'm just going to not worry about it. I really want to do as best as I can and try and beat my current PR average. So I'm going to be focusing on my inspection, because I think that was where I was lacking when I went to my last competition. I was surprised at how difficult it was for me to really plan that first block in inspection. So I'm trying to work on that in efficiency in doing my first block. I've been kind of doing block trainers a little on and off for the last couple weeks. And I've seen some pretty good improvement in my solutions. I'm able to come up with some really creative stuff. But it still takes me a while to come up with them. So you probably see that in these solves. There's most of them have a pretty long inspection. I'm way over 15 seconds. So that's one of the things I'm going to work on. I'm also back to making some mistakes in my LSC. You might see a couple of those in these solves. I'm still able to get some good times, but not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to be forcing myself back to using BU just because it's comfortable and it's not too bad of a time loss at my current level. I think once we're looking at sub 8 and whatever, then it's going to be serious, and we are going to need to be able to, track DFDB while doing my EOLR solutions. But that's quite a ways off, and the competition is right now, so we're just going to use BU for the competition. So I'm thinking for my inspection, I'm going to be working on my inspection for 4 out of the 5 days, and I'm going to use kind of the model Antoine Kenton suggested in his video where he studied, Xuanyi Geng and how he was able to plan so much in inspection, as Xuanyi Geng is kind of the GOAT right now. Also, I'm sorry I'm butchering that name. I'm not Chinese. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know what to say. That plan is kind of a combination of quantity and quality inspection. So I'm going to be alternating days where I'm looking as far as possible in inspection, so potentially first 2 blocks or further. That will be the quality side. And then days where I'm just looking for my first block and maybe DR in the 15-second WCA inspection, which is that would be the quantity side of it, kind of. But before that, I'm going to work on my last 10 pieces because I can kind of passively keep up with my last 10 pieces and my LSC solutions while working on the inspection. Whereas it's a little bit harder to do that the other way around, because I can just get last 10 pieces scrambles and I don't have to worry about planning anything in inspection. Whereas, after you solve your first block, you still have the rest of your solve. So, so with that, the plan for this week is Monday, which is today. We're going to be doing timed, no inspection, last 10 pieces. And the goal of that is to, get refamiliarized with, how some of the seam laws affect LSC, but not too worried about that, and mostly focusing on just using the correct EOLR solutions. I noticed I was doing a couple of them wrong. It's the same old cases, or it was just taking me too long to recall the solution or actually perform it. Then Tuesday, we're going to be doing untimed inspection, looking to plan through first 2 blocks before we stop inspecting. So plan the full first 2 blocks, however long that takes, could be minutes. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be planning my first block in inspection. So with like a 15-second timer on CS timer. And then Thursday, we're going to be doing untimed inspection again, but we're going to be planning first 2 blocks and trying to predict OCLL before we stop planning. and that is probably going to take even longer. And then Friday, which is the day before the competition, I'm going to be trying to plan FBDR and inspection. And I think if I can plan FBDR and inspection in comp, then I expect to do really well. I also really want to make an edit video of the competition for some reason. I don't know. It's just been living rent-free in my head. So stay tuned for that, though. With that, Godspeed.